Grand Risings. Today is Tune Up Tuesday, June 14th, and this is your Shekinah Wisdom podcast. And on this Tune Up Tuesday is a day where you are making tweaks within your life. And on this Tune Up Tuesday, I want to announce the evolution of my podcast. I'm going to start airing my podcast live utilizing Bigo, the Bigo app, right? Bigo. So I will put the links in the description box on how you can find me on Bigo. So now you can see a visual message along with the audio message that I give in the morning. Tune Up Tuesday is the day that helps in our evolutionary process. You know, as you age, you gain wisdom. And as you acquire that wisdom, you share it with those that have not yet acquired that wisdom yet. So they could be on a whole total new journey. They don't have to make the same mistakes you made or have to go through the pitfalls that you encountered, especially when you're transparent in telling your story. Staying young forever requires not evolving mentally, right? You're just staying in that young mindset of naivety and not growing from that space. But as you grow with wisdom, all of the doubt just falls away about your purpose and your direction in your life. And you start moving in a different fashion. In order for you to move forward, there's certain things that you have to give up, part of your old life. And I'm not saying sacrifice the things that are meaningful to you. I'm saying sacrifice the things that are holding you back. And that's what we do on Tune Up Tuesday. We look at the things that need fine-tuning, and we pay close attention to those things. Today, you might find yourself in a predicament where you see no way out. And I'm telling you, there is a way out. You just have to readjust your vision, the way that you are looking at life. If you think my life is all bleak, nothing's going to get better, guess what? You're right. But if you think that your life is constantly evolving and you're constantly growing, guess what? You're going to be right about that. Training your mind is the most essential thing. And one way we train our mind is by looking at our situations with a truthful eye. And what does that mean? That means removing ego from the equation when looking at your life. You know, our ego tends to downplay our weaknesses, right? And it kind of brushes it under the rug and highlights other people's weakness, right? That's not how we want to grow, right? There was a time where I was in an insecure place in life. And when I was in that insecure place, one thing I noticed was my victimhood state. I felt like I was a perpetual victim. Like I did not realize my accountability in every situation that I found myself in. It was like, oh, because of this was in place, that's why I acted this way. But there are other people with those same obstacles that did not respond in that way. So that lets you know that there are other choices available. And what are you choosing when you have that opportunity to make another choice? Right? My choices is what led to the circumstances that I found myself in. Right? Because, yeah, other people create choices, but based on that, you also make your own choices. And especially when dealing with relationships, you choose to deal with certain people. Right? No, key word, choose. It's a choice. We choose the partners that we decide to settle down with. So you must ask yourself, what frequency am I emitting that's attracting these type of personalities? right? I was listening to Queen Amun Ra, and she was talking about that very thing. And she was talking about when you show up as, I just want to help people, right? Just a blanket, I just want to help people. You're going to attract people that need to be helped. But that doesn't mean those are the people that you show up in your relationship with. One thing that I noticed is the importance of setting those healthy boundaries. If you are a healer, you got to make sure that you are not bringing your patients home with you and becoming intimate with them. They're sick, and you might get sick yourself. You have to learn how to protect your personal space and energy. It's okay to empathize with someone without feeling that you have to wallow in the misery with them. You can guide them without being in the muck and mire with them, right? And that's how you set a healthy distance and healthy boundaries. Those are essential in relationships. People are going to go through their life struggles, but you don't have to travel those roads with them, right? Because you have your own obstacles. I realized in my life, I made my life a lot harder based on who I chose to interact with. If none of your friends are doing something, guess who's going to be number 10? When you look around your life, look at what the majority of the people in your close circle are doing. Are they vibrating on a frequency you like to vibrate on? Are you the most intelligent person in your circumference? If you are, there are problems, right? When you surround yourself by people who don't have as much information about life as you do, they won't be able to help you as effectively as if you surround yourself with people who are more knowledgeable than you. That's how you grow. That's how you evolve. So on this Tune Up Tuesday, I want you to think about your circle. Who do you need to introduce to your circle to make it more conducive to your growth and development? And who do you need to remove? And start making those changes. Those changes are so essential. Time is of the essence. You need people with intellectual capital built up. You know, what is their intellectual currency? How much intellectual currency that they actually have? And that's what it's all going to be about. At the end of the day, money buys the things that I'm telling you about. So what do you have to offer? And if you don't feel like you have enough, start building to that lot. Intellectual currency could be, oh, I know how to fix a car. Intellectual currency could be, I know how to balance a budget. There's so many avenues, right, that you can explore within that realm. But how much do you have stored up that could be useful for you now and in the future? Think about the changes that has occurred on this planet Earth and that we can document historically, right? And the one thing that was common throughout the whole thread was the society wanting to evolve. There might be, we made mistakes along the way, and we're going to continue to make mistakes along the way, but that's the refining process, right? That's how we grow. That's how we take out all the little kinks. But we're moving. You can see the progress that's already taken place. And today, I want you to think about your personal progress and what can you do to better the collective, because your individual contributions is what fuels the world. Everybody's individual contribution. And it's fueled on your intellectual currency and the intellectual currency of the others. And if you look around, You might question just how much intellectual currency people around you have. And if you do so, make changes accordingly. Trust me. Thank me later on this one. But this is something that is essential. Now, I'm going to give you more information this weekend about how we're going to be streaming next week live. I'm going to have it both. We're still going to be able to listen like you've been listening, but I'm going to add a video component, right? So it could be a little bit more interactive, and then you can actually ask questions and talk, and we can interact and make these builds bigger. If you need further support in the meantime, you can head over to ShekinahWisdom.com where you can book an appointment. If you want art therapy, you can head over to IAM collection.com. And if you simply want to support the work we do here, you can Cash App Unearthing the Truth. All right, my lovelies, you have a wonderful, happy Tune Up Tuesday.